अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाइन्थ क्लास बॉयज़। आज हम पढ़ने जा रहे हैं विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ की एक मशहूर पोइम। इसका नाम है टू द कुकू। कुकू किसको कहते हैं? सबसे पहले लफ्ज़ कुकू ये कोयल बर्ड है, जिसको उर्दू में कोयल कहते हैं या हिंदी में कोयल कहते हैं। तो इंग्लिश में इस जानवर को, इस परिंदे को कुकू कहते हैं। तो ये जो विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ है, ये एक इंग्लिश पोइट है। ये ज़्यादातर ही वाज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय द काइंड ऑफ ही वाज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय नेचर, यानी नेचर एंड नेचुरल ऑब्जेक्ट्स इसको बहुत ज़्यादा इसके माइंड में एक नक्शा छाप लेते थे। और ही वॉज अट्रैक्टेड टू द नेचुरल ऑब्जेक्ट्स एंड द नेचर इट्स हरसेल्फ। तो ये जो पोइट का एक स्टाइल है पोइट्री लिखने का, ये यूनिक है। विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ बहुत ही मशहूर पोइट हैं इंग्लिश लिटरेचर में। इसका एक मुकाम है। इसकी बड़ी बड़ी पोइम्स हैं, बड़ी बड़ी नज़में हैं इसकी। बट टुडे he is actually addressing, he's having a kind of conversation with with cuckoo, with the cuckoo. इस कुकू के साथ ये बात करता है। मैंने पहले ही आपको कहा है, जब शायर किसी नॉन ह्यूमन से उसको एड्रेस करे विद ह्यूमन एट्रीब्यूट्स, उस टेक्निक को हम पर्सनिफिकेशन कहते हैं। तो ये जो cuckoo है, it's personified, in a way the poet is talking to a bird, cuckoo, and the poet and the bird sound as if they are talking. ये जो पहली लाइन है इसकी, the poem begins with "Oh blithe newcomer," means there is a kind of conversation taking place, but this conversation is only just from one side. It's from the side of the poet, and then he's giving a kind of response from the side of this quail bird, or from this the cocoa. The poet tries to tell the world, or the people around him, that how how these birds create a charming part of the universe. They are the important part of the universe, and how Allah, our God or Lord, has equipped or equipped them with a unique quality, a uniqueness. So the first poem, the first line of the poem begins with, "O blithe newcomer, I have heard. I hear thee and rejoice. O cuckoo, shall I call thee bird, or but a wandering voice? While I am lying on the grass, thy twofold shout I hear, from hill to hill it seems to pass, at once far off and near. Though babbling only to the veil of sunshine and of flowers, thou bringest unto me a tale of visionary hours. Thrice welcome, darling of the spring, even yet thou art to me no bird but an invisible thing, a voice, a mystery. The Sam whom in my school boy days I listened to, that cry which made me look a thousand ways in bush and trees and sky. To thee, to seek thee did I often rove, through woods and on the green, and thou wert still for a love still longed for never seen. Okay, अभी इसके दो stanzas बाकी हैं. We have still two stanzas, but we'll see today कितना हम complete कर पाएंगे. Oh, blith. I have, jotted down, wrote down, written down the vocabulary of that has been used, the glossary that has been used in this poem. Blith किसको कहते हैं? BLITH. Blith means to say something in an excited way, to say, to talk something that's confused, something that is not understandable. That's called blith. And he says, "Oh blith, newcomer, I have heard." Uh, oh blith, you say he's excited to say that you are the newcomer. I have heard the sound of your coming, that you have come. This has confused me. This has, very much, bring me into in the sea and between the deep sea and the dew. I'm confused what to do, how to understand this, where from these sounds come, these cries come, or these soothing sounds come. Sometimes I hear thee and rejoice. He says thee is actually used in old English. People used to use thee for you. Thee, thee, thee means you. What I say? I hear thee and rejoice. I hear thee and rejoice. O cuckoo, shall I call thee bird? He says, I hear thee and rejoice. I hear thee and rejoice. He says, whenever I hear your sound, it is the point of rejoicing. It's a point of happiness. I start, feeling happy. I start, life comes back to me as if I am rejuvenated, as if the life is given to a dead. So he says, I hear thee and rejoice. When I hear you, and I feel a kind of, happiness. I feel excited. O cuckoo, shall I call thee bird? Then again he says, O cuckoo means here cuckoo is addressed like somebody who is talking, somebody like a human being. Here the first the first word is the third line begins with the first word oh cuckoo means the poet is trying to address this bird with a sweet address. He says, "Oh cuckoo, shall I call thee a bird?" The a bird. Thee means you. Are you a bird? Shall I call you? If I am having the capacity and ability to call you a bird, if you are a bird, shall I call you a bird? He is two things. One, he's addressing directly as if he's talking to this bird, and there is no third person or no third media, that's making them to be connected. Here, the poet is himself talking to the bird itself. So, the cuckoo, shall I call thee a bird? Are you a bird? I am confused. He says, I am confused. I am in a complete nonchalance. Why? Because I'm not able to call you a bird, because I hear such sounds. These sounds confuse me to call you a bird because I haven't seen you. I only just hear your voice. I just come across with your voice. Your voice is heard. I haven't seen you so far. Then he says, "Shall I call you a bird? If you are a bird, where are you? Call you a bird. Shall I call thee?" The I said is used for you. Okay, in Old English, you was called thee. Okay, or but a wandering voice. Again, there is another wandering voice. Wandering voice, a voice that is heard around. You understand? A voice you cannot hear it from some one direction. It comes from many directions, multi directions. For example, sometimes the voice comes from the right, it comes from the left, it comes from the front part of your from both part of you, and sometimes it comes from behind. Means from all sides your voices come, and I'm not able to conclude which where from these sounds come and what you are actually. This is how he wants to say. While I'm lying on the grass, he says, while lying on the grass means he's, leaning on the grass. The poet says, I'm lying on the grass means leaning on the grass. The twofold shout I hear your two sounds. Twofold shout I hear means this double voice I hear. I am not able to understand where from you come. Like as cuckoo says, cuckoo, cuckoo. Why it's itself a double sound, coo and coo. Coil has a double sounded voice, and he says, while I'm lying on the grass, thy twofold shout I hear, and then I hear, then I come to hear your, thy here means you. Thy का मतलब होता है you. Twofold means having two parts, two folds, okay? Two separate two folds but mingled into one. He says, thy twofold shout I hear. Then I shout again means voice, okay? I hear that I hear. From hill to hill it seems to pass. And another, confusing thing is that it passes from one hill to the another hill and then to the another. Means the poet is somewhere in a valley, and it's covered all around the mountains and hills, and this sound is echoed from one hill to another hill, and this mesmerizing sound is taking over the mind of the poet. From hill to hill it seems to pass, at once far off and near. Sometimes it is from the, from at a very distant point, and sometimes happen to hear it very near to me. कभी कभार ये बहुत दूर से दिखती है, ये आवाज़ आ रही है, और कभी ये दिखती है, it's right in front of me. Thank you very much for today. Inshallah, we'll do it. The rest part of the poem we'll do tomorrow. Until then, love you all.